Hi y'all, Taylor here. I'm joined today by Aaron Patrick Craven, the star of Dirty Dancing, the classic story on stage, which is here at Starlight through Sunday, June 10th. And we are so excited to have you here back in Kansas City.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Well, let's jump in. So Aaron, where did you grow up?
You know, I grew up right here in Overland Park, Kansas.
So you're a local guy.
I'm a local guy. It's great to be home, especially in as a part of such a great show.
Welcome home.
Thank you so much.
Does your family still live here?
They do. That's right. Yeah, I'm staying with at mom and dad's house right now, sleeping in my own bed, which has been great after 8 months on the road. So it's great.
Well,
yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that.
No, sir.
So let's talk about the road. This is this incredible show that's traveling kind of all over, not only the country, but maybe the globe too, it seems like.
Absolutely.
So you've been to all corners. What's been the best part of being out on tour?
The best part of being out on tour, oh man, that's a tricky one. You know, I think something that I've really enjoyed is just getting to see the sights. You know, just kind of all over the country. Whether we're playing Santa Barbara, which was just beautiful. We just came from Canada, so I got to go to the Banff National Park and get to experience that, and just to get to see all the sights. We just came from Chicago, so you got the Bean, the top of the Willis Tower. So really just all the sightseeing and getting to experience all the different culture. That's been really exciting for me.
Yeah, and then you get to you see every corner of the world, but you get to come back to this amazing role, and you play the role of Johnny, which is iconic in so many people's minds as in the classic movie portrayed by Patrick Swayze.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this behemoth of a role for a minute. So what's it like to jump into that?
Absolutely. So playing Johnny is an awesome challenge to get to tackle every night. Like you said, Swayze gave an iconic performance in the film and really kind of laid the groundwork well for me. It kind of gives me the added challenge as well of kind of paying respect to what was done in the film, as well as kind of bringing something of myself to it as well. So it's a ton of fun. Johnny experiences things very viscerally, so it's fun to get to play with that as an actor, to get to take things that far every night. But we get to do all these great iconic scenes, these love scenes, and also we get to do 9 different styles of ballroom dance in this one show, so where else are you going to find that? It's really a blast to get to do 8 times a week.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about the dancing. I saw the show, amazing show, incredible dancing. I mean, how do you train for that? How do you get ready for that? How do you kind of tackle all of that?
Yeah, absolutely. The show definitely takes care of my cardio. I'll say that much. It's kind of nonstop out the gate. As soon as we start the show, we're kind of dancing from the moment the curtain comes up. So I think that a lot of us are trained dancers. A lot of the people in the company come from ballet companies or different contemporary companies. I myself, I have my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance Performance Choreography, so I went to school for this and studied for it. But you definitely got to stay on top of your fitness. Got to stay in the gym, make sure you can do all the lifts and everything like that. But we're very, very diligent about our warm-ups before the show and cooling down as well. So yeah, I think it definitely helps to stay in shape for this one.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that famous lift. Was that a you just step right in and you just did it? Did it take a little time?
This was kind of a unique situation because that's such an iconic moment in this show. That's something they really wanted to see out the gate. So when I went into audition for this, I went in for the casting team on the first day. On the second day, I was in front of the creatives and the producers and everybody, and they just had me go down the line and lift all the girls. I must have lifted 30 girls that day. We're just doing that famous lift. So they weren't messing around. They were like, "Let's see it right now. Let's go."
Make it or break it.
That's right. And of course, my wrists were killing me, but I wasn't about to let on because I wanted that job. I was like, "Oh no, we can do this all day. No problem." But it's been great that Kaylee, who plays Baby, she danced with Houston Ballet. She's not messing around. She knows exactly what she's doing, and so she makes my job very easy. But we were very comfortable with each other, kind of from the word go. Just about, you have to have a certain level of trust when you are partnering on that level and you're really kind of putting your safety in somebody else's hands. So luckily for us, that's, it's always been a part of our chemistry.
Absolutely. And the whole cast has this really amazing chemistry, and, you're traveling on the road and, you're all together all the time, I assume. Is it a good, tight-knit kind of family of
It
cast?
is. It really is. On a tour like this, there's really no getting away from each other. Like you are together for better or for worse until that tour is over. And fortunately for us, we have a really good group of people on this one. So I'm not tired of them yet. We're 1 month out. We've been doing this for 8 months, and I'll be sorry to see it go. Yeah.
One thing we like to do on the show is we play a little game called Explain That Gram. And so I go through your Instagram.
Oh, great.
And I pull out some of my favorite pics that I want
Let's see what you found.
I want to hear the story. I want to hear the backstory.
Okay.
From the source. So this is the first one. We have this
Yes.
this defying gravity
Oh, yeah.
shot. What's the story?
Okay, so this was actually at the beginning of the tour. We were in Ruidoso, New Mexico, doing the show. And I went out to the White Sands National Park with Anais Blake, who plays Penny. And she's just, this gorgeous dancer, but she's also a model. And so she went out to take some cool shots there. And I was there, and I was like, well, this looks cool. Let's do some dance shots. And so I went up to the top of this sand dune and, did this toe touch, and we got a pretty cool shot of it.
I would say, that's great. All right.
I should have warmed up a little bit more before I did that, though. I will say that much.
Now this one seemed timely as we're coming off of the Olympics recently.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the story?
So that is my dad's jacket that hangs in the back of his closet. Not a lot of people know about that, but my dad played on the USA Junior Olympic team.
Oh, wow.
And so kind of growing up. With him, knowing that's always been a part of his background, he has a lot of pride in that, and of course we kind of share that pride. We're very excited that that's something that he got to do, and he's always been he's really kind of pushed us to pursue whatever it is that we're passionate about, but to pursue it at a high level, and I think that's so cool. Not a lot of people know that that's hidden back there, but it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, every once in a while, when we go out to play volleyball, he can still spike it down your throat. You got to watch it. You got to watch him. He's pretty good still.
It's like local guys done good.
That's right.
We like those stories. Now this one's fitting on maybe multiple levels around here.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's my friend Michael Gillis. We did Mamma Mia a couple years ago together, and he is on the tour of Love Never Dies. He covers the Phantom, and I believe that's coming to the Starlight stage
It
shortly.
comes to Starlight here shortly in August.
That's right, and man, he's got an incredible voice. I mean, I sure hope you guys get to hear him do it. He's pretty incredible. Yeah,
Well,
and the nicest guy too.
We can't wait. Well, that's great. So I like to close the interview with 3 kind of rapid-fire questions, but I guess they're kind of big questions. So
Okay.
as a local guy, as a Kansas City guy, somebody with their roots here in Kansas City that's gone out into the world, what's your biggest success, Aaron?
My biggest success. Well, I think we might be looking at it right now. getting to come back home and as such a big part of such an amazing show. That ranks pretty high up on the list, I think, for me, to get to be able to share that with my friends and family and be back at Starlight where I did my very first professional show. That means a lot to me.
What was your very first professional show?
I did Les Miserables in 2008 on the stage.
Hey, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's a full circle moment.
A full circle moment.
Full circle
Yeah,
moment.
gotta love that.
Yeah. Well, in the opposite effect, do you have any regrets?
Any regrets? No, not as of yet. I mean, I'm pretty fortunate in that I've had so much support to kind of go after the things that that I care about, and so fortunately at this point in my life, I'm just kind of going after the things that I love, and have been able to live without regret for the most part. So I'm pretty fortunate in that way, I think.
Last question.
Yes.
What are you most thankful for in this moment?
I think that in this moment, coming back to my hometown and being with my family, I think I'm most grateful for the love and support of my family throughout just my whole life. My family does not come from a theater background, but they never missed an opportunity to bring me to Starlight and to kind of expose me to all the great tours that are coming through and all the great local work that happens here in Kansas City in the theater. And they've just always been my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest fans, and to get to have their support on this journey has been probably the most meaningful thing to me. So I'm very, very grateful to them.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining me today, Aaron, and I can't wait for you to be here all week with us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Talkin With Taylor. For more videos like this, subscribe below and follow us on social media at KC Starlight. Dirty Dancing is currently playing at Starlight Theater now through June 10th. Get your tickets at kcstarlight.com.